Hello guys, and welcome to another one of my Pokemon Go videos where I'm gonna be sharing some of my progression with you from the last 2 days. I'm gonna be starting out with what happened today because today was the exciting of the 2 days. We had a family trip to a huge Danish town called Roskilde. You can see some church spires in the background. We went there. We went to a park with like an ancient amphitheater, and we went to the Viking ship museum. We went to a lot of those Pokestops, and we just went for a hunt in this massive city. Other stuff going on. Yes, I finally got to battle. Yes, I did. We took over a gym today. It was super exciting, but more about that in a bit later. As you've been seeing on the side, I have been leveling up, and that is because yesterday, or 2 days ago, I was completely unable to play. The game was released for the Canadian players, which was amazing, but for some reason the server was like down, almost all day. So the only thing I could do in terms of Pokemon Go was to evolve. Some of the things I had a lot of Pidgeots, for instance. So I did that, I gained a few levels. I still have loads of that. I'm going to be showing you guys a little bit of what I have in my Pokemon bag. What I have to evolve with still, because I'm in it for the grind. I have a load saved up almost for 40 evolutions, and I have 3 lucky eggs. So I'm going to be trailblazing level-wise from now on towards the end like crazy, focusing on that before CP. But I do have decent Pokemons, kinda like the 500 range, and of course I took them for a battle today. What I'm going to be doing moving forward is that I'm going to be farming these Pidgeys and Pidgeots and Caterpies and whatever I can find that is super common, and then I'm going to see how much experience point can I make within a single lucky egg. I hope I'm going to be doing that today, and I really expect to hit level 20, but the next video is going to reveal really how far I get with that project. Today was really exciting in terms of our trip to Roskilde because I was able to compare a major city with a small city. I live in a small city, and when I go out the door, I have 3 Pokemon waiting for me outside. When I go down the road, I have 3 more Pokemon. I have Pokemons everywhere. They're common, most of them, but I can run out of Pokeballs like this. So much to catch everywhere, it is amazing. But we don't have that much in terms of Pokestops. We don't have that many gyms. In Roskilde, it was the other way around. All the streets were empty, like deserted. Not a single Pokemon. We went for like 30 minutes, we found 1 or 2 Pokemon. But when we went to some of the stuff you can see in the background, massive church, the Viking ship museum, the amphitheater, stuff like that, we had 2nd and 3rd tier evolution Pokemon coming around. I got my Laserfish, the Sneaking stuff, like so many cool Pokemons there, but only in those really hyped areas, the popular cultural, come visit Denmark kind of areas. They were flooded with cool Pokemons, but the rest of the city, at least the part of it that we visited, was completely deserted. Anyway, we came home from Roskilde, we had an amazing trip there. And we had some dinner, and then my son Jonas and I, we defied the weather. We we went in pouring rain towards one of the 2 city gyms. We had decided that today was the day where we were going to capture a gym. No experience in battling besides what you may have seen in one of my previous videos, meaning a single training battle. We had no idea how to really do this, but we have been stocking up on potions, on revive crystals, on everything since we started playing, so we had loads in the baggage to kind of grind with. We were really lucky that our gym today was controlled by Team Yellow, and in our city, Team Yellow is really not that strong compared to the others, at least in terms of gym presence anyway, and they had some relatively weak Pokemon in there compared to what we normally see, which just allowed us to go in there and grind them down, even though we had weaker CP Pokemon. As we were doing it, before we managed to capture it the first time, a car came in on the parking lot, and that was Team Yellow, which meant that we had a live battle going on where they were like reinforcing, rebuilding their gym while we were trying to battle it down. It was really exciting. It took about half an hour, and then we got them down. We took over the gym. we basically had like unlimited life, because we're talking 200 revives and healing potions or something like that. So we could just go on and on and on and on and on. And the way we did it, and this, I think that was so cool, because when we finally got the gym, I put in a 10 CP Pidgeot. So they instantly took it back, putting in their strongest Pokemon, and then we grinded it down again, getting these 200 experience points each time. So we really trailblazed in terms of experience by letting them capture it, and then grinding them down again. After like 45 minutes, they drove away, we captured it again, and we had some training battles, well, I had against my own Pokemon in there, and that was really cool. We did that for, I don't know, like 3-4 minutes or something. I had like one battle, and the next thing I see is that a new group of people came to the gym, and that was Team Blue. Team Blue took it over instantly, because we had like the weakest imaginable Pokemon in there. So they just took it over, and we did the same thing again against Team Blue, grinding them down, grinding them down, grinding them down. They did have, I think it was like a 1300 CP Snorlax or something, so it was a really, really tough battle, but in the end they left, and we stayed there in the rain, my son holding the umbrella. I was trying to guard my MacBook Pro that was recording what was going on the screen while we had rain everywhere. It was like midnight. But we were going at it. It was so fun. It was really, really cool and like extreme. We were getting numb in our fingers, but we managed to capture it again. And then I put in a 10 CP Pidgeot again. And suddenly I hear someone screaming across the parking lot. Who the beep did this? What kind of crazy is this? And then Team Red came along. So first we had Team Yellow, then Team Blue, then we captured it again, and Team Red came, like the ones that kind of have the control in the city for the majority of the time. And they just couldn't believe that someone captured it and put in a 10 CP Pokemon. They were like going nuts over in the corner, laughing about it at the same time. And I was like yelling, "Hey, leave my Pidgeot alone, it's stronger than it looks." It was really, really fun, really, really fun. But I think they kind of didn't see it that way in the long run, because they just power grinded it, and within minutes we had a 1900 CP Snorlax in there, and I think it was a Pidgeot or something around 600, and it was like a done deal for us. We decided that our game time was done. We had been sitting in the rain for more than 2 hours. It was past midnight, and we were numb and cold, but we got to battle. I learned so many really, really, really cool things about Pokemon. I learned how to use the special attacks by holding down my finger when the blue bars have been filled up. I learned that some Pokemons are better against others based on their type and abilities, like don't use a ground attack against the flying ones. Stuff like that was really cool. I got to experiment with poison types and other types, trying to see if there was something that was more my style than others. And I also learned that if you put something in the gym, then that is what you have in there to stay. You can't replace it with something else later, which was really, really frustrating. I also learned that once you park something in there, you can actually battle it yourself to get experience points for training against your own Pokemon, which was kind of weird, but also a little bit cool at the same time. So I managed to do that quite a few times as well. So all in all, this has been a really, really, really cool Pokemon day, where I have been battling for 2 hours. We have been walking I don't know how many kilometers in both Roskilde and in our hometown here. So yeah, I have to say that this has been one of the coolest like Pokemon days I've had so far, and I have progressed like crazy in terms of experience point, in terms of learning stuff about how to do the gym. I got my newest, strongest Pokemon, and I managed to see some really, really cool cultural places in Roskilde where most of the people were going around like this. That was really, really funny. So with that said and done, guys, I really don't have much else to share in terms of my progression here in the game, but I will definitely be back with an update. For now, thank you guys very much for watching.